What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. It is Hüsker Dü week here on the channel. It is also Cramtober. Cram is choosing all of the artists we cover this month, and we are kicking it off with Hüsker Dü. We ranked the 6 studio albums yesterday, and now it is time to give you our top 10 favorite songs. And Joe will be kicking us off. What do you got?
All right, I got a good variety, I think, from almost every album. Probably nothing from New Day Rising. Probably. I have to Kramzer can make sure I don't name any from there. Number 10, I got Newest Industry. Super heavy, super fast, super fuzzed out. With his little touches, some piano in there, I think elevate it. And I like Bob Mould's vocals on this a lot, which is not an everyday thing, but he gives a really good vocal performance there. Number 9, I got Gravity, which is surprisingly catchy and complex for something on a 19-minute punk debut. It's not quite like X level, but some cool dissonance and like proto emo pop stuff, and a nice little guitar solo in there as well. Number 8, I got From the Gut, also from the debut. Love the lockstep drums, bass, and guitars. Just total ass kicker. Nice, catchy rising guitar line as well. Shows a lot of musical promise that they don't deliver on. Number 7, Eiffel Tower High. Really like the melody on this one. It kind of goes in an unexpected place and just kind of explodes in that repeated killer chorus of Eiffel Tower High, kind of outros on that chorus, which is cool. Number 6, She Floated Away. Got a nice waltz time to it, old-timey, almost cosmic American bent to it, which I find cool. Nice change up there for them. Number 5, I Don't Want to Know If You Are Lonely. Nice bass, noticeable. Like the drums on this as well. Just a really good power pop tune from Grant Hart. Number 4, Somewhere. One of the few times I noticed the bass line, but it was a kick-ass bass line on this. Nice melody in there. It's weird and buried, but it's definitely there. There's a great teenage angst to the lyrics and vocal parts. And there's like that crazy reverse guitar or whatever. It sounds like bagpipes or something. It's just like a weird thing that floats in there. And I don't know, it just sounds really cool. Number 3, Pink Turns to Blue. It's got almost metal guitars, that haunting high-pitched vocal. Weird. It reminds me of the Pixies almost, and just a really good, cool song. Number 2, Sunshine Superman. Love when punk goes for that pop sound. They bring in a very excellently, like perfectly melodic tune, and they get all crazy with it and twist it around, and I think it just sounds really cool what they do to that track. Number 1, though, is gonna be Ice Cold Ice. I love the way the vocals spill over each other in the chorus. It's got a great jumpy bass line, some great guitar, just fantastic big do energy on this track, and it's my number 1.
I got a good mix of albums here. Number 10, got The Girl Who Lives on Heaven Hill. I love the bass. So much passion here in Mould's vocals. Great melody woven in, the awesome, messy, and dirty production. It's like Pretty Pollution. Number 9, I've got What's Going On. Eerie, dissonant, very Sonic Youthy, despondent, creepy, but has this off and sour kind of like pop beauty to it. I love the What's Going On Inside of My Head part. Killer solo as well. I love the second half of the song as it goes off the rails. Number 8, I've got Standing by the Sea. I love the really weird stuff. I love the vocals. I love these songs that sound like they are basically normal and then just get sort of bent out of shape like a soup can with a dent in it. Number 7, Whatever. I love the bass line, I love the drums, I love the melody, especially in the vocals. It's really almost like a singer-songwriter storyteller song. And the guitar tone's so wiry and awesome. I love the whatever you want, whatever you say, drony part. Number 6, I've got Games. Really cool melody to it in conjunction with the rhythm. I think it's quite the earworm. They write these really catchy melodies. You just have to like pinpoint them in that cloud of noise, and the guitar is really awesome and has this cool like rocket sliding solo. Number 5, I've got I Apologize. Almost like an REM song, very college rock in that sense. I love it. There's tremendous hook playing along with the bass in the chorus. It's got a beautiful cheeriness in the way the guitars kind of crunch and chug, very poppy. Number 4, Pink Turns to Blue. Really nervous kind of song, very kind of post-punk in that way. It's a pressure cooker song, as I like to call them. Songs that just have like this, kind of like dire energy to it. Excellent guitar, and I think there's a really nice elegance to the vocals in the chorus. Number 3, Hardly Getting Over It. Something so haunting about that little like alarming like guitar sound that comes in when the verses breathe. I love it. I love the guitar work in general, and the writing and the lyrics and the emotionality to it is so good. Easily their best acoustic jam, and Mould doing his soft voice here, so good. And that keyboard, whatever kind of sound, weird solo, awesome. Number 2, Terms of Psychic Warfare. Almost Bob Dylan-esque with the singing. I love the backing vocals wailing out. Great bass, really sunny song, and the reverb on his voice is good. But my number 1, which I believe was a Song of the Year winner or nominee, I've got Celebrated Summer. Really joyous, positive, and kind of uplifting punk song with poppy kind of notes in it. Full of light and youth. I love the classic punk nature to it. Love in the middle when it kind of slows down and dissipates and goes in that acoustic part and then just picks right back up. It's awesome. Celebrated Summer, my favorite Hüsker Dü song.
All right. Top 10 Hüsker Dü songs. Number 10, the title track from their first studio album, Everything Falls Apart. In some ways, this might be my favorite sounding Hüsker Dü record, maybe my favorite sounding song of theirs. It's really natural production. It's aggressive. It captures the energy of the band. I like the second guitar that enters in the chorus. It's got a little bit of an effect on it. I think it's got a good guitar solo as well. Pretty cool track. Number 9, I've got Flexible Flyer. The melody to this one almost feels like a traditional folk song or some sort of like sea chanty or something. It's kind of different from a lot of their stuff, but pretty cool. Number 8, I've got Everything. Probably the least melodic song in my top 10 here, but it's got great energy. The way he screams out at the chorus, I think, is really cool. Some great aggressive guitar work on that track. Number 7, the only track I have from New Day Rising, I've got Books About UFOs. In the middle of this very noisy record, you get this bouncy little pop tune with twinkling piano in the background. It's a nice little relief on that record. Number 6, I have Don't Want to Know If You're Lonely, which I think is a really good rock song. A lot of cool things that they are throwing in rhythmically on this track to keep it interesting instead of like just doing your straight ahead fast punk song. Number 5, I've got Dead Set on Destruction. This is a track where they're almost getting a little jangly. You've got tambourine going on. The riff is almost a little psychedelic. Very cool. Number 4, I've got Makes No Sense at All. Just a good catchy tune. Maybe the first of those from Bob Mould. Early on, I think Hart seemed a little more melodically advanced than Mould was, but I think on the last couple of records, Mould starts to catch up. Number 3, I've got Sorry Somehow. The little bit of organ on this track does so much to fill out the sound. I think the vocals are really good. The way he says sorry, I think, is really great delivery. You really believe that he's feeling it when he's singing that one. Number 2, I've got Could You Be the One? Great hooks. Love those huge sounding toms in the chorus. Really cool. I think another example of Mould catching up to Hart's pop sensibilities. But my favorite Hüsker Dü song by a wide margin, I think easily their best song, is Pink Turns to Blue. I think, it's heavy, dark, haunting, but still melodic, still memorable. You've got those really cool swirling guitars, the high falsettos in the chorus. It creates a really interesting sound. It's got a pretty sweet guitar solo in it as well. I just think it's miles ahead of anything else. It's got a certain complexity to the recording and to the song, and I don't know, it's just an interesting track.
Jason, it is interesting.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. Those are our favorite tracks by Hüsker Dü. Let us know what your favorite songs are. What did we miss? Drop it all down in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. Hit the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.